Look, I went and seen Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I seen it on the 2nd, about a week before they put it on Netflix. I went to a theater about 40 minutes from my house and gave it a watch. I expected it to be a little bit dark because you know how Guillermo del Toro does. He's made some very good movies in the past, and even on a rewatch, I think The Shape of Water is pretty damn good. I didn't expect him to take Pinocchio and do all that. I have a lot to say about this movie. I'm going to do my best to keep this video somewhat short. I wanted to wait until it came out on Netflix so I could watch it 1 or 2 more times before I gave my opinion on it, and I have. So, I think this new Pinocchio movie is well written, it's well voice acted, and it looks gorgeous. I mean, the stop motion is pretty. It's the first time I've ever seen a stop motion movie on the big screen in the theater, and that was super cool. But there's a lot that I don't like about this movie as well, and I'm going to get into that. It's far from perfect, but it's way better than that piece of shit Disney put out. A father's wish magically brings a wooden boy to life in Italy, giving him a chance to take care for the child. That's all they're going to tell us. Spoilers ahead, by the way. I'm not going to say a bunch, but spoilers ahead. They don't want to bring up the fact that Geppetto is a ruthless drunk after his first son dies and gets drunk and angrily makes Pinocchio, and then some random dragon comes up and is like, oh, he's real now. Like, what the fuck is going on? Pinocchio has some pretty stiff competition this year because Marcel the Shell with Shoes On came out, you know what I mean? And A24 is probably just going to wipe at the Oscars this year. If they don't, I will be protesting. Pinocchio does a pretty solid job of being an interesting movie. I think the first third is really, really entertaining. The creation of him, watching Geppetto go through what he goes through, I think it's all very entertaining. It's the second third where I have my issue. That middle part of the movie is super long. He's stuck in this circus, and it's long and boring, and it could have shaved 15 minutes off of this part of the movie, and they didn't. Right when the third act starts is where this movie gets super weird, though. He goes from being stuck in a circus to running away from home and joining the war effort. Now, this is in the middle of fascist Italy. I knew this rendition of Pinocchio was going to be darker than normal because it's made by Del Toro. I didn't expect to see Nazi Pinocchio on screen. Pinocchio out here hailing Hitler and shit. It is crazy. It's like they were trying to fill runtime, but then you get to the third act of the movie, and it could have been longer. The big climactic scene, the scene we're supposed to give a shit about, it could have been longer. It feels like it was rushed. They could have done a lot more with that. And I don't know why they didn't. It feels like they got bored doing stop motion. They put all this effort into some of the movie, and then the other parts of the movie didn't have any effort. It was partially a musical. There's maybe 3 musical scenes, if I remember correctly. The first one is fucking incessant. It's awful. It's super hard to sit through. It's super boring, and there's no other way to put it. It stands out as the shittiest part of the movie. I think I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd, but after a rewatch, it's definitely going to be dropped down to a 2.5 or maybe even a 2. I hate that I didn't like this movie that much because I love Del Toro, and a rewatch of The Shape of Water made a whole new appreciation for the movie for me, and a rewatch of this just solidified that it is quite honestly dog shit. All in all, this had the potential to be one of my favorite movies of the year, and it just fell flat. Thank you for watching my review of the better of the 2 Pinocchio movies. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button, why not, and turn your notifications on if you want to see more. I appreciate it, and thank you. Goodbye. I really had to push this out. Fucking work has been kicking my ass all week. I had to rush to put this out, and especially because it was getting put out on Netflix, and everybody gets their peepees hard for Netflix, so I wanted to put something out about a Netflix original while it was still hot, and I appreciate you guys sticking around. My first full-length video, it so far has 96 views. I'm guessing it'll be at 100 by the time this releases, and I didn't expect that because I posted it with 8 subscribers, and I've moved up to 12. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.